What's up, guys? Dr. Mo here, Digital Nomad Physician at digitalnomadphysician.com. So, this is the new place that we're staying at. That's the backyard. This is one of the few places where it's still a house. Everything else here in this city, which is called Tabriz, has been the homes, the single family homes have been sold, and it's mostly now big apartment complexes. But I wanted to show you guys just this room that we're in, and this is a hostel. It's called Bahar, Bahar, in Tabriz. So that's my setup. That's a little table I found on the bed. I sit there, I do my video calls and my work. I got one outlet to work with. That doesn't work. That is my mobile Wi-Fi that takes a SIM card. That's what I've had to resort to just to get good internet. Here's some fruits we've been devouring. Here in Tehran, it's very common to wear sandals. Nobody wears shoes at home, so you got sandals to take into the bathroom. You got sandals that you can wear in the house. The whole house is, of course, Persian rugs as you'd expect. What's really interesting about the bathrooms, so first of all, when you travel a lot of places except for hotels, you need your own towel. So this is a travel towel. So these are microfiber. They are super absorbent and they dry really fast. That's great. So all bathrooms, every single bathroom we've seen in Iran is a wet bathroom. So many of you might be familiar with it, many of you might not. So just to give you an idea of what a wet bathroom is, so this entire space, this is the sink, and we'll come in here. This is the shower head. It's just simple plastic tubing that runs into here, and when you turn this on, it just comes straight to the ground. So this is a wet bathroom, meaning it's going to be wet. So of course you need sandals to get in. There's the toilet right there. There's always a bidet in every toilet. But yeah, you just come in here, you shower. There's a little curtain so that these beautiful wooden doors aren't destroyed. And there's the little step to get in. Pretty fascinating, pretty cool. Not as common now, but there are these gas heaters. And of course it vents to the outside, but a lot of times you're going to find water heaters in the walls, and you're going to find electric heaters, so it's pretty cool. As far as AC, a lot of places have it, quite a few places don't. It can get pretty hot here. Now we're in Tabriz, which is a northwestern part of Iran, and it's October, so it's really not that it's pretty cold actually. It's kind of chilly at night for sure, and in the middle of the day it can get a little bit warmer, but yeah, you still see some people with t-shirts. So we're light travelers. We travel pretty light. So this is my backpack, and I have a kind of a bigger bag down there, which you can't see very well. I put some stuff in. Those are my exercise bands, which you also can't see very well. My rock climbing shoes. As far, yeah, some electrical stuff. It's very common to just wash your socks in the shower, your underwear, wash it in the shower, and just wear it. I brought 3 socks. These are all wool socks, and 3 underwear. Just wash it. Same with the t-shirt. We kind of stash our clothes over here. There's a lot of gadgetry that I'm really glad I brought, like extra phone, extra chargers, just for the SIM card thing. I knew my girlfriend's iPhone wasn't going to work in Iran because it doesn't have a physical SIM. So a lot of things that you have to figure out. Of course, I bought my coffee grinder and coffee, which is ridiculous. But, you know, those are the habits that I'm hopefully going to lose soon. But the simplicity of a place like this is just incredible. So here's the main door. There is the bedroom. Well, it's the studio. And that's the space, just a little TV, storage, bathroom. And yeah, that is it. It's just very simple, and I kind of like it. So let me see if I can set this down and talk a little bit more. Very precarious, but hopefully it's not gonna fall down. So the travel has been great, and I'll tell you some of the things that have been really fascinating to me that I've learned a lot about is this country that has to deal with a lot of economic changes. For example, the money suddenly becoming much more inflated, a lot of difficulties importing things. They can import things from China, Russia, and a few other places, but it's still very limited.
it's been able to still manage and like have this great economy. So that's been fascinating. The way we travel place to place, you absolutely have to depend on other people's advice and recommendations. There isn't this whole, online research. Somebody's done a travel blog, TripAdvisor, Google Maps, Instagram. It's still not there. You're going to find little tiny villages that you'd love to go see that nobody knows about. No one's ever written anything about it. It might show up on a map. Don't get me wrong. Google Maps obviously is going to map everything out, but you're just really not going to know roads that have changed, directions that have changed. Tabriz itself is a city very much like Tehran. It's very, very polluted, very, very crowded because of so many cars on the road. Again, I've talked about how cheap the gas is. For me, kind of my daily routine here has been to just try to get some work done. Get on my laptop, sit down, and get some work done. It's been a challenge because I haven't been able to do the things I want to do. But I think the great thing about being a digital nomad, and one of the things that I think I've tried to stress in my online course that I do for physicians who want to start their own practice, is to build the kind of practice that's going to have some flexibility. If your goal is to make tons of money, you should be in a physical practice. You should be in one place, and you should be your focus. But if your goal is to have flexibility, to have income, to still help people, help patients, connect with them, do the things that you love in medicine, then I think being completely relaxed and understanding that a few days are going to go by, you're going to have to cancel some appointments, your internet connection is not going to work, you got to be okay with that. But so far, the travel has been really, I want to say, easy. We're about to get on the bus. So this is about a month we've been here. We're first time going to take an overnight bus. The buses are supposed to be pretty comfortable. I just booked it. It's all in Farsi. Google Translate is crap when you turn it on. It's not crap. Google Translate is amazing. But when you turn it on, the website crashes. So I had to do it in Farsi. My Farsi is okay. I can get by, but it's difficult. It's very tedious for me to type it out. It's very tedious for me to read it. But I made it. And again, that's why I say it was so good that I brought multiple phones, multiple chargers. I can do one thing on one phone, translate on the other phone. Technology is just not that reliable, guys. I mean, that's one thing that I'm becoming more and more convinced that technology is just not that reliable. All of this talk about AI and how it's going to change medicine, like my laptop sometimes just simply doesn't work. Even though it's Chromebook, it's the most simple laptop in the world. My phone doesn't connect, the internet doesn't work, and the two things don't connect, and all of a sudden my phone is acting up and the software is not working, it's crashing, it's restarting. And being flexible, being open to that is important. And if you design your medical practice to be very tech heavy, if your tech fails, your patients are going to lose faith in you. So that's one of the things I've been trying to kind of keep my tech to a minimum and keep it simple. I haven't been able to work out as much. I still do. I walk a lot, but I haven't been able to do like some good weightlifting. I do some exercise bands, which is good. I haven't been able to go to rock climbing gyms. There's only one gym here, which I still haven't found. Food is good, very easy to find food, very cheap, everything's pretty affordable. To give you an idea, we just bought 15 gigabytes for my girlfriend for $1. 15 gigabytes was $1 US. And again, remember, people make about $200 to $300 a month here. People who are well-to-do will make $1,000, and absolutely kind of like a little bit of an upper class might make $10,000 a month. That's rare. Of course, that's really rare. You got to consider that. But yeah, so I'm here. My wife is doing a lot of sightseeing. She's traveling around to go see a lot of places, and I'm going to be on my computer doing a little bit of work right now. Maybe go to a rock climbing gym later today, and then tomorrow night we're going to leave here from the bus and go to the Kurdish area. And every single place that we go, we just got to figure it out. A lot of people, of course, in the country own cars. So when you own a car, you just go wherever you want to go. But when you go with a car, you're also not going to talk to a lot of people. You're going to be kind of stuck with each other. And I think the nice thing about hiring drivers, for example, we hire a ton of drivers to go everywhere, makes it really fun. And you talk to the driver, you ask them stories, they stop. There's a bunch of places you can stop in the road. It's not like the US where every place you stop, it's the same thing. You run into the same type of gas station, the same type of grocery store, the same type of fast food place. Here, there is no fast food chain. So the beauty of it is there's a lot of little stands of people selling their own stuff, and you can choose. And this clustering that you can see also in Mexico and Vietnam and Philippines is there's a bunch of people on a whole street. All they do is sell this one type of sandwich. All they do is sell one type of kubide. All they do is sell mobile phones, shoes, and it's all this one stretch of everybody doing the same thing. And what's nice about that is you build rapport and relationships, and you go to the people that you like, that you get to know, and you buy from them. And that's the way the competition works. It's the reputation, it's the social street credit that you get by selling something really good and doing right by people. And that's very interesting. We don't see that in the US, right? You don't see like 7 gas stations next to each other. Here, well, gas stations you won't see like that because it's government run, it's different. But all sorts of businesses, 12 motorcycle repair shops all next to each other, 12 car repair shops all next to each other, sewing machine repair shops. And then the final thing I'll say is that the simplicity of life that I've experienced here is absolutely breathtaking. It's absolutely shocking. And I know that when I go back to the US, I'm going to go back to living a more complicated life. And I just think about some of the kind of people who might be here that I've met, family members, other people that I've met that are living a really, really simple life. And this is just my toiletry bag. And it's heavy. There's a lot of stuff in there. And it's simply not like that here. Number one, I'll start by saying that my trimmer that I have, the electric rechargeable trimmer, people probably going to go here because labor is still cheap enough and people prefer to have somebody trim their hair and cut their beards and stuff in person. You know, my toothbrush, toothpaste, all this crap. Yeah, it's fascinating how complex my life is. My laptop stand. It just made me think about the simplicity of life here. A lot of people still have dumb phones. They don't have smartphones. And true, a lot of people don't work online. They're kind of laborers. Of course, you know, in a country where there's no real middle class, you're going to find a lot of people in the lower socioeconomic class, and few people in the upper middle class. And still, even the people in the upper classes live very simple lives. It's really shocking. Like, just, brush your teeth and floss, and that's it. You don't get tooth cleanings, and you don't go to the doctor for everything, and you drink herbal teas when you're sick, and that's very abundant here. Yes, there are still people who go to the doctor for antibiotic shots. The nice thing is here at the pharmacy you can get everything over the counter. So yes, there's more antibiotic resistance, but at the same time, people are more self-reliant in many ways. And I shared on LinkedIn that you go to the pharmacy, you pick up the IUD that you want for birth control, and you will take that to the doctor of your choice to implant it. So you get to pick the items, medical devices, even anything that's implanted. You choose it, you pick it, you buy it, you take it to the doctor. And of course, why is that important? Because it separates that physician bias who's going to say, well, I'm going to give you the Z patch or whatever that new, what is that called? The Zenith patch, whatever that Holter monitor thing is that every patient has now in the US. So yeah, that's that. And then let me show you guys these other few things that are interesting. So obviously we have kind of an Iranian passport and we have a US passport, and then you got your card, your credit card here, which is a debit card. There's no credit cards per se. And the banking system here is very simple. It's kind of centralized, but there are of course many different types of banks. You can do bank-to-bank transfers. People can pay each other money like that. It is so seamless compared to the US. It will blow your mind. It will blow your mind, the simplicity of things. And of course the cheapness of things, right? Me and my girlfriend ate at an incredible restaurant for $50. Like two of us. Yeah, that's a lot of money, but it was like top notch, super insanely crazy. Most of the time for two of us, we pay $5. So imagine like this restaurant was like that much better. We wouldn't even go back, honestly. Like we don't really enjoy those kind of experiences, and we're not really foodies. So, but it was a place that everybody had recommended, so they're like, go stay at it. We've even stayed in like fancy hotels here, and we just didn't enjoy it. It's kind of like the fancy hotels in the U.S. You can expect to pay about $20 to $50 a night for a hotel. US dollars for a fancy hotel like American style, $200, $300, very easy. But of course, those are pretty atrocious in my opinion. For people who might like staying at like Ritz Carlton, that's where you would go stay. It's kind of that feel. Me and my girlfriend like places like this, like a hostel where everybody upstairs is like they're travelers, and some are Iranians, but many are from Turkey and other places. And then down here it's kind of like your own kind of cool little room that you get, and it's very fun, and that makes it a lot more interesting. So I would say that my wife mostly likes she chose this place. She actually found this place on Google Maps, and I thought that was great. It was a great idea because being in a place like this, you get to interact with other people. The owner, the host, is so wonderful. He's texted us like all these great places to go. We've went to the bazaar. So this city has a huge bazaar, which actually was much more fun than the bazaar in Tehran. Tehran's bazaar, me and my wife thought it was a little bit commercial, so it wasn't that much fun. Like the things that we're selling here, it's actual stuff that you would use day to day, so it's a lot more interesting. People are super nice, but everybody speaks Turkish, so for us it's kind of like being back in Spain. We don't understand anything anybody says. It is Iran, but it is the Azerbaijani part of Iran, and so they speak Azeri, which is Turkish. So yeah, that's kind of interesting walking on the street, but everybody speaks Farsi, so and everyone's super nice. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna do some work. I've talked a little bit on my podcast about the rebranding that I've been doing. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I'll upload it so you guys can check out all the big changes that are about to happen to my medical practice, which I still kind of trying to wrap my mind around it. And yeah, I'll keep you posted about the next few things that we do. Take care.